Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. Let it rain. Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. Shawty had them apple bottom jeans with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shawty got low, 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 low. Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the strap. She turned around and gave that big booty a slap. She hit the floor. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shawty got low, 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 low. I ain't never seen nothing that'll make me go this crazy. I'm like spinning my dough. Had $1 million vibe in the body to go. Them birthday cakes, they stole the show. So sexual, she was flexible, professional, drinking Xano. Hold up, wait a minute, do I see what I think I will? Did the thing I seen, sure they get low. Ain't the same when it's up that close. Make it rain, I'm making it snow. Rep the pole, I got the bang bro. I'ma say that I prefer them no clothes. I'm into that, I love women exposed. She threw it back at me, I gave her more. Cash ain't no problem, I know where it goes. She had them apple bottom jeans.
Damn, that shit's tight. That's sent in by Cam from Chicago. Shout out to Cam. If you want to send in beats, you can send them in to hellamoted@gmail.com. And we play all the beats at the beginning of the episodes. We pick the ones we like. And we've been seeing a lot of good ones. There's some fucking heat like this shit right here. And thank you to everybody who's been fucking with Hella Moted. You know, I see all the comments and I fuck with it. Thank you to everyone who's been commenting on SoundCloud, rating and reviewing and subscribing on iTunes. We see it and we enjoy it. Thank y'all for helping us keep this going. And whatever guests, let me know. If there's a guest that you want to hear on this podcast, let me know and I'm gonna try it. You could tweet me, go to my Instagram at Pmacalac on Twitter too, and just let us know because we're gonna try to get them for you. And this episode is brought to you by freebreadintl.com. Go to freebreadintl. If you haven't been up on Freebread and you're listening to this podcast, I don't know what you've been doing because all the cool shit is from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got music videos, we got crazy articles from Calais, Aaron, fucking Ari. Ari has some of the fucking best articles out there, I'm telling you. And this podcast is also brought to you by The Gray. For all those people who want to go thrifting and they don't have like a cool thrift shop, or maybe you do have a cool thrift shop but you don't have the time to go thrifting, well, thegray.us is the place to go. They do all the hard work for you. So basically what they do is they thrift the clothes, they weed through all the bad shit, find the good shit, and everything is organized by color and by style. They got the lookbooks to help you figure out how you want to style it and how you want to wear it. All you got to do is find what you like, pay for it, buy it. It comes straight to your house and it's lit. Go to thegray.us. That's the gray with an A, not an E, .us, and you can find everything right there. So Bong is in Vegas right now. He'll be back next week for the next episode. Our guest for today is the 3 Dot Podcast guys. So it's Alex, Dave, and Brian. And yeah, I actually worked with them on a couple of films. They have a film production company called High and By. So yeah, I've done a bunch of things with that. In this episode, we actually recorded their podcast, the 3 Dot Podcast, right before we did my podcast, and we recorded at their studio rather than my studio. So, you know, it was kind of cool getting like a different environment, being in a different setting, and having 4 people on the mic for a change was like a real crazy different thing for me that I've never done before. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It was a real fun conversation, really fun to be with them. And yeah, without further ado, the guys from the 3 Dot Podcast.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh shit, molded.
I just got molded.
Got molded.
Molded. Let me see molded face. Molded.
How's it feel to get molded, bitch? Molded.
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Guys, you're stupid.
When you get molded, you'll say anything to change the subject.
Molded.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Episode number 11 of Hella Moted. And Bong is actually in Vegas right now. So to help me do the podcast, I got my friends from the 3 Dot Podcast to help me out. What's up, y'all?
Hello.
Oh, shit. in unison. My man to my left of me, Brian,
Hello,
and then
guys.
Dave, and then Alex.
Yes.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you guys
Nothing
doing?
much.
on, man?
End of the week, getting the new week started. Tomorrow's Monday,
I
right?
am waiting for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why?
That is gonna be fun.
What's the, oh, you
Well,
guys
Dave
going
and
to
Alex,
Australia?
yeah.
We are going to Australia.
They're going to the Outback.
Nice.
Yeah.
gonna-
Why are you guys going to Australia?
To
because
catch a Genghis Khan on Pokemon Go.
Genghis
no,
Khan?
hell nah. Well, that's part of it. I'm not gonna lie, but for the most part, at first I was gonna go Hawaii, and then I went further, so I went Australia, and I promised this guy by the end of this year, I'm gonna be going on a trip with him, and I'm buying
Yeah.
his ticket.
That's crazy because
Yeah.
he actually did.
Mhm.
Long story short, I had a really rough time this past year, and this guy felt bad for me, but like in a good way that friends do, and he helped me out. So.
Well,
Yeah, man.
late last year, when Dave and I actually went to New Zealand, and in the midst of our trip, we were just like, this would be so dope if all of our friends came out to this trip. It'd be so fun. And then the topic of the conversation is like, has Alex ever traveled,
Oh yeah,
out of
has
the
he out of
US?
the country?
And then for some reason, Dave was just motivated to bring this fool out. outside the
I
country,
told
so-
you early on in that trip, I'm like, I'm gonna pay for this guy's ticket.
Yeah,
That's crazy, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he paid for my
That's
ticket.
what happened.
Man of his word.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I told
Oh,
him
yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna kiss his butthole so hard if I get the chance.
Yeah.
The guy will be sleeping.
But
he
that's
don't
it
want
though.
that.
Like once we're there, he's paying for his own
of course
shit.
I am.
So, how long are you guys going?
12 days, dude.
12
12
days.
days,
fucking
yeah.
days.
That's lit.
I could
Yeah.
die in 12 days.
It's yeah.
It's gonna be so fun. I'm looking forward
Kangaroos
to
are
it.
gonna pick him up straight from the airport.
I know,
I was hearing that like people aren't like meant to live in Australia. Like it's so hot, the animals are so crazy there, and
Yeah.
the environment is just like not meant for humans. So for
You
humans
know what?
to be there,
It's funny how people say, how like there's videos on your Facebook feeds talking about these big ass spiders that live out there, and that excites me. I'm excited for them to experience that, to like go in their bathroom and look under the toilet seat, like, oh, that's not supposed to be there.
You're excited for us to be like bit by a poisonous.
it's not
Dude,
bit, just-
everything is dangerous there.
just to see it, dude. I don't know, man. That's crazy, dude. You're about to.
Yeah, I just spoke with my friend from New York, and she sent me like this BuzzFeed article about this, like the second most poisonous snake just hanging out in their UGG boots, like in Australia.
they had to be Uggs though.
Yeah, it had to be Uggs.
But where were they like living? Like in a tent? And
It was in
Outdoors?
Melbourne. It was in Melbourne.
okay.
Wait, so where are you guys going?
We're going to Sydney.
Sydney.
Just Sydney, or are you guys gonna go
I
travel?
think that's what we're doing. We might be doing other stuff, but right now the plan is Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice. So
We're
you're
gonna
gonna
be
go
living
to
up Sydney.
okay.
The Opera House.
Uh,
There's
we're
a
gonna
place
go see
called the
some-
Rux that's around the Opera House. I did a little bit of the homework and I asked some folks there who from there.
the Powerhouse.
The Powerhouse is a museum, but now it's called the Moss. I don't know what that means, but fuck,
We're gonna figure it out.
it's a science museum, so we're gonna do that. So I know that you have some.
You're gonna eat
background in science.
everything. Kangaroo meat.
oh yeah,
that out.
that's-
Is that-
I hear that bodybuilders like to eat kangaroo meat.
Really?
Because
Like-
the protein
Is it just
high
all
in protein.
lean?
Yeah, I guess it's like really lean, high protein, and it holds sodium.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever seen a kangaroo? They're hella yoked.
Oh hell no!
You heard of those,
Oh,
those
gosh, dude.
pictures of the yoked
like,
kangaroos that
with
can't
their
put
chest
their
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kevin Hart versus a kangaroo, dude.
I feel like I will fuck up a kangaroo though. It's like,
Nah, a kangaroo would fuck me up. I already
no,
know.
I mean if you're gonna stand face to face with a kangaroo, they use their tail for balance, and then
Yeah.
they kick you like with their feet at the
I've
same time.
and I've seen a video of a kangaroo boxing with a guy. The guy got messed up.
Oh, yeah,
I thought it
that
was
must be.
fake, but I had to rewatch it a few times. Like, oh my gosh, this is real.
You know what? Too, they have claws. Like they
Yeah.
have like these long claws
Yeah.
on their
You
hands.
don't notice it, but then
Yeah.
like they have the claws, and just by jumping a whole lot, they got a whole lot of muscle in that kick.
Yeah, hell yeah, they got
That thing can
they got thighs, man. It looks
dude.
it's like a bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kangaroo
gains.
gains.
Yeah.
it's a spring lock hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I'm with you now, Pmac. I'm gonna fuck that kangaroo up.
Dude, you got
The more you talk about it, I'm like, dude, I got their fucking strategy down, bro.
you got to get behind them. Oh, here, let me show you this video. There's this guy. His name is Andrew Ukles or something like that.
Okay.
And this fool, he caught like kangaroo barehanded. It's crazy. Here, let me
Like
research
a full
that.
grown kangaroo.
Like he is kind of like a Jeff Corwin or
Jeff Crowin? Okay.
Steve Irwin,
Steve Irwin?
type guy.
Was this guy like
Okay.
7 feet tall, 500 pounds, or?
Huh.
Nah, he's like He's like a regular ass, maybe like 5'9", 5'10".
Fuck that, dude.
And he just caught a wild kangaroo.
Oh wait.
Here, this is what the title says. It says, "How to Catch a Kangaroo Disguised as an Emu."
Richie, I'm back and I'm walking around somewhere in the middle of Australia. Now, keep watching because I bet you've never seen anyone do this before. Using New South Wales, a state of Australia, as an example, it is estimated that over 7,000 animals are killed per day as a result of vehicle collisions, meaning that annually over 2.5 million animals are killed just alone in one of Australia's smaller states. But seriously, Chuchi, any Aussie will tell you that the carnage is happening in the middle of the remoteness of Australia. Well, right, Chuchi, I'm out here.
Yeah, he's not like a crazy buff guy or like anything, but he's just
You
like
know,
crazy ass
Australians
guy.
are known to be really tough, though.
That guy's hair
yeah.
is amazing. It looks like that has to be fake.
You know what's funny about him too? He dances like to Michael Jackson. Like he does all the moves when
For
he's
real?
bored. Yeah, there's like hella videos of him just out in the bush, just looking for trouble, and he's in it to kill like time. He's like doing his Michael Jackson moves. I think he was trying to get like a show on National Geographic or on Animal Planet or something.
Yeah.
And this is like all like to build that fan base, but he's like extra crazy. Here, let me-
Yeah, I don't think they. I
Yeah,
don't,
dude, he's
me
just
go.
smacking a kangaroo carcass right now.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's,
Yeah, I don't think
that's
that's-
him catching it
What?
already.
I don't think Animal Planet would.
So he has this dead emu right here, and he's wearing it like a freaking backpack and disguising himself as an emu so that the kangaroos won't be afraid to go near him.
And it's like not a skin.
What?
It's not a skin. It's
That's
like
a carcass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a carcass.
I'll quickly come back around, I'll put this on, and then I'll see if
Oh my
I can
God.
find-
This guy's nuts.
Because,
He
if
put
they
his
get
stick through the
close,
freaking emu's like neck to keep it straight up.
we'll have some luck.
oh my god, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that is not gonna get.
I don't think Animal Planet
They're not gonna.
would approve. Or Discovery Channel.
Yeah, well, don't laugh because these are the only chicks that I pick up. But yeah, anyway, what happens next is just another example of being determined, being in the right place at the right time, and understanding an animal's behavioural movements in what I like to call a 2D environment.
Those are like small kangaroos though.
Yeah.
I want to see him like,
Little Roccos, little Rocco Modern Life.
oh shit.
Oh, dang.
Look at that. He caught him barehanded.
Oh, dude.
It sounds like a dog, doesn't it?
And that's it, Chuchi! That's how you catch kangaroos here in Australia. The kangaroos are one of Australia's native animals.
What?
That's a small ass kangaroo though.
What's his?
No.
It's like waist high.
Yeah,
They're a beautiful animal.
the bigger ones.
I'll
Sure,
tell you
they'll mess
what.
you up.
They're fast,
Yeah.
they're inquisitive.
Yeah, the bigger ones will piece you up. But this
It looks
guy's
like that
just
one's
all
about to take a
crazy.
shit too. You see it? You see it?
Yeah.
If
It's
this guy's
fucking
not gonna let me go,
groundhogging.
I'll take a fucking shit in the Honda.
Damn.
That's-
So
That's
you,
nuts, dude.
Yeah.
you guys
Why you
gonna do
messing with
anything
nature, Andrew?
adventurous while
We're
you're
gonna
out there?
kayak.
okay.
Hopefully.
Kayaking, snorkeling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go scuba diving, but I don't know if there's any good spots in Sydney.
If you do scuba
If you
dive,
do,
I'll try to
May
dive
Lord
into.
be with you.
Yeah.
Well, great white
That
sharks
is
are out
great,
there.
yeah.
The great
So-
whites are out there.
You got to get your dive license first, right?
And
Yeah,
actually,
before
Dave
you-
did.
Oh, so you did?
Uh-huh.
Tight. How many dives do you have to get like under your
You have to get a specific amount of time in water, and then you get tested. It's like you have to get like 10 minutes. You're supposed to tread water for like 10 minutes and things like that, and able to hold your breath a certain amount of time.
Oh, okay.
And then they just test you in trying to find your way in murky water with just a compass. So they tell you like go in a square and go in a straight line. And
Where'd you learn how to do all this?
well, they teach you it in like a swimming pool first with
Okay.
all the equipment.
Did you get this
Oh.
with like a Groupon or something?
No,
You
this
just
was
like decided to do it.
It was this thing that our friend Sheena, she brought up to me. She's like, I'm gonna go scuba diving, and I was like, oh, that's something I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then she like through Golden Gate Parks and Rec, they were just having a thing, and it was relatively cheap, and I figured out why. But they were doing just a fairly cheap scuba diving class, and we did it for 10 days or 10 days for 10 weeks, so 1 day a week, and we'd do it. and
Why was it so cheap? Because you just said you figured out
no,
why.
the equipments were like very old. They were all worn out, and then you just constantly like the vests were either too big or too small, or just like falling apart. But I mean, it got the job done. Like they were functional. It just when at first glance you're like,
It felt like scuba PE, like kind of.
yeah, like Scuba P, like kind of like that. And then when we went to open water, we had to rent it out our own gear, and they were like much better.
I know
So-
that like when you go scuba diving, every 33 feet deep that you go is like another atmosphere.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, every
So-
33. So
If we go 33 feet down, it's like 2 of Earth's atmosphere. Okay.
and it 66 is triple,
Yeah.
and then so forth and so forth.
What's the deepest you gone? How deep you go, Dave?
No, I went deep,
It's bathtub deep.
How deep?
pretty deep.
No, but how deep? Come on.
Oh, lately or not lately, but
well,
the
the
last dive I did around maybe 30, 36.
Okay.
36, 40.
Does it
around
feel different?
Yes.
Does it feel like a fat person just all around you?
Set on your chest.
Don't you have to like? You literally have to force the oxygen into your
No,
lungs, right?
No, not necessarily. No, because then you have a
interesting.
respirator
Uh-huh.
that does like it adjusts for pressure. So
Okay.
you're just like when you're breathing, it's just normally. Then again, I haven't gone super deep.
But the respirator is like compensating for that pressure, right, on
Yeah.
your chest.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it. That's why you're like. It's so fat, like it's big,
Okay.
and because it's compensating for pressure, and
Yeah.
yeah.
See, the thing that scares me about that too is getting what do they call it, the spins or
The bends.
Oh,
the
the bends.
bends. Yeah, the bends.
If you
and
go
that's
up
like
too
if
fast.
you get like nitrogen in your
Spinal cord.
You get nitrogen in your
Like your
capillaries.
okay.
Yeah, and then the bends. What it is when you're the lower you get, because do you know how they make soda, right? They
Yeah.
add pressure and cold water,
Yeah.
or cold to anything, and you can dissolve any air pretty much into a liquid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So the deeper you get, you're adding pressure, and the water's cold. So when you're breathing in, it's pretty much mixing all that into your bloodstream. So the longer you are in a specific depth,
Yeah.
the more of it's going to add up in your bloodstream. So when you rise up, it's obviously not as pressurized, so it's
Yeah.
it's going to want to release. So as you come up, you either have to come up slowly, so your body compensates it, like you breathe it out instead of having it bubble up in your blood,
Yeah.
which is why you get the bends. You go up
Yeah.
too fast.
And then it stays in
Dr.
the
David
good
Gutierrez.
bone marrow.
Everybody.
And I've heard too that all right, so the oxygen or the air that we breathe is mostly nitrogen, and
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like what 10% oxygen that we need, right?
Yeah, roughly. Like
And
that's how it is.
I hear that like when you your tank is not just full oxygen, like it has
No,
nitrogen.
it's not pure oxygen.
It's like
No.
nitrogen too, right? And they change like the percentages of what you need sometimes. Like I've heard of like
Not that I know of,
people
no.
diving and then so that they could come up quicker. They change the percentages.
That's interesting.
And it
No.
evens it out so you don't get the bends.
No,
But
there's
you could,
something.
like, come up
I mean,
quicker.
no matter what, you're dissolving nitrogen into your skin, or
Yeah.
through your skin, through the oxygen you breathe.
Uh-huh.
The deeper you go, you're just dissolving nitrogen. There's something called nitrogen narcosis, where if you have enough nitrogen in your, like if you're at a certain depth for a certain amount of time, you start hallucinating.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. I wonder if people do that just
Just to get high.
No, it's terrible. Like, when you're at that depth,
Time to get ocean.
it's a bad thing because our dive teacher, our dive master, when he was teaching us, he was telling us a
Dive
story.
Masters, that's the name.
Yeah.
Dive Master.
Yeah, it's like a
Sensei.
dojo. But yeah, our dive master was telling us that he was diving with this girl that randomly at like a tropical place, and he dove down, and then at a certain point, like especially at like the continental shelf, when it dips off, like it
Yeah.
just goes down.
Learn about this in oceanography class.
Yeah.
There's the continental shelf, and then it just dips off, and then it's just water from there on.
Yeah.
He noticed that she kept going, and then she kept going towards like out of the continental shelf, and then he was trying to swim up to her, and then he noticed that she was acting erratic. She was all like just whatever, and then when he swam up, and then she came like grabbed her, brought her up, and then she noticed she was all like I didn't know, like it felt like the ocean was calling to me.
Dang.
And then she just kept swimming down, and she didn't know what she was doing.
That's scary as fuck.
So he was all like, yeah, like nitrogen narcosis is real. Like it can kill you. Like if you just obviously lose like sight of like, oh, I'm breathing normally, and you don't pay attention to your oxygen levels, you don't pay attention to how long you're staying under, how deep you're going, who's around you, what's around you, you're obviously gonna like.
And speaking of what's around you, the scientific of it all that can kill you.
Science of it all.
Excuse me.
The science of it all.
Science of it all.
That's what I said. The science of it all.
Scientific of it all. Right?
Excuse me. When you are down there, what scares me if I were ever to, scuba dive, is because I've seen those pictures on social media of someone taking a selfie, and then it's not till they realize when they, look at the picture when they got up, like, oh my god, there was a great white shark behind me, like the whole time when I took that picture. That's scary. The ocean's so deep, you don't know what's down there.
Yeah, that's also part of the excitement of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just every direction is something to explore.
I actually do want to get licensed scuba diving, but I know that
cool.
I want to do it out in warm water though, because I heard that that's the best way to learn.
Well, at least if you're gonna do it here in the Bay Area, you'd have to go to Monterey Bay.
Yeah.
And then the water's cold.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Because
So at the Academy of Science, have you ever got to fuck with that shit?
No.
Nah, we stare at it a lot. I think we'd like to dive in it someday, but no, we only know of certified divers that go through it.
Fuck that place, dude.
Do you guys? Do you guys have? All right, so you guys are all spend your time there.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific animal that you have like a connection with, or that you're like cool with?
I do.
I would think so too, because I mean, if you see the same things
about 8:30 in the morning, the animal I connect with is the hot nanny that walks in every other with a group of kids.
Membership hours.
Membership hour.
Yeah.
See, I used to have a membership.
Yeah, you do.
Membership hours were the best.
Yeah,
it would just be like
you get the whole museum to yourself.
Yeah,
man.
No, you have a favorite animal.
Yeah, that girl with the Lululemon pants. Girl, don't play.
Okay. I'll talk about my animal that I connect with, and that's Art. Art is the pig-snouted river turtle in the Amazon tunnel. He's the only turtle in there, and
that's a clumsy ass turtle, dude.
He's a clumsy ass turtle.
That one.
You pass by the Amazon tunnel, and you look above you, and you see a turtle struggling to get over to the other side because he's trying to use the tunnel to sway him to the other side, but he can't.
He just like puts his belly on the tunnel.
Eventually, he makes it. And there are other days where he's literally on the ground, and he tucks his head in, tucks his fins in, and people are just walking through like, oh my god, that turtle's dead. I'm like, no, he's just being Art. He's just being lazy. And then when it's feeding time, he pops out and he just starts swimming up. That guy's cool. That's the one animal that I probably connect with.
What about you, Dave? Because I want to know now, because I didn't know that was your favorite dude in the building.
Yeah,
I like the spider, the tarantula all the way in the back.
Of course you do.
Which tarantula? Where is that?
There's a tarantula in, I forgot what that area is called, but it's just past
the mezzanine.
The mezzanine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, not that one. It's when you go into the lockers. That one right in the front.
Oh, okay. The colors attraction.
Yeah.
Animal attraction.
Attraction one. Yeah. There's a tarantula there. They recently changed it because I don't know what happened to the old one. There was a bigger one that used to be there. It didn't move much, but this one moves a little bit more.
Yeah.
I always look at it when I go to the locker room.
Yeah.
Just to see if it's still there.
So my actual one is dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the big fish, the big giant sea bass called Bocolo.
Oh,
it died. Yeah.
It's the giant. It's the one fish you would just like. What is he doing there?
Okay, wait. So, for people who are listening, this animal is crazy big bass that is actually from the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
From the Bay Area specifically, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you didn't know that bass could get this big, but if they get old enough, they're gonna be literally like, how big is that? Like a car, damn near.
I would say like the size of a full-grown man. Like it's huge.
I'm fucking exaggerating this shit.
Like a car. Yeah, well, yeah, they could get.
He was big, dude.
But like a big man, like a fucking football player.
Yeah, the guy could truck you. Yeah.
It was just trippy when you got down there because his tank wasn't even all that big. He was like half the size.
He was half the tank.
Yeah. What was his name?
Bocolo.
Yeah. How old was he? He was like 50 years old. Right?
He was about 64. That's from one of the.
I didn't know he died. Just natural causes.
Yeah, he died on August 12th. About last year ago.
Well, I don't know if we're able. I'm sure we're able to disclose this.
It's open information. I think.
Yeah, pretty much. He had an eye infection that they were trying to figure out like for the longest time.
It just kept coming back.
and then he was going under surgery just to try to figure it out,
Yeah.
and he died on the surgery table.
Yeah.
And of course, when you come into the thought of the Academy of Sciences, we all can connect to Claude. Claude is the mascot.
Yeah.
The albino alligator. We've seen him do everything. A lot of people, when they come to the museum, if they're lucky enough to not see him just floating on a corner, which is majority of what people see, we're there so much. We've seen him swim around. We've seen him go on his rock. We've seen him go off his rock. We've seen him bite other animals in there.
Yeah.
I think you posted something. It was either a snapping turtle or Claude eating one of the
fishes.
The
The fish.
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
it? Koi fish in there?
Yeah, there's some koi fish.
They pulled
in
them
there.
out
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think the funniest thing that you could ever see him do is when he scratches his head. He's like a dog.
How does he scratch his
He
head?
goes underwater and he uses his back leg and he just bends over to the side.
Oh, what?
And he starts scratching his head. Yeah.
The interesting thing about Claude that I don't think everyone knows is since he's albino, he is blind.
Yeah.
Right.
He's 80%
He's
blind.
pretty much blind.
He's
yeah.
blind and
100%.
deaf, actually.
Deaf too?
Yeah.
What,
He's pretty
is
much
that-
deaf.
Is that come from the genetics of being albino?
I think that it gives you a more increased chance of doing it, but it's not like a given.
Yeah, he's almost deaf completely, but there is still like a little.
He can
like-
still hear because
yeah,
then he does.
because he gets fed.
He gets fed with
And the
whistle
way they
training.
do that is they whistle at him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, like albino animals aren't supposed to survive in the wild anyway.
Correct.
No.
How did they find this animal? Wasn't he like from Florida?
Yeah.
He was born in captivity,
Okay.
and then he came over when he.
That's
he's
lucky as
when he
fuck
was-
to get an
he's
albino.
21 now, so he came over when he was, I think, like 13, 14.
He's only 21?
He just turned 21.
I
yeah.
thought
He
he
just
was
turned
old.
21.
What's his like life expectancy? I know.
In the museum, he's expected to live 60 plus years.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
just as long as a regular person.
Oh wow.
If he's
Yeah.
fed well, healthy,
Yeah.
he's not stressing out too much.
So I used to live out on the East Bay when Bocalo passed away, and I drove out from the East Bay to go to his tank.
Damn.
And I drank that day hard.
Oh,
like, that's how sad I was, dude, when Bocalo died.
You know what was one of the coolest thing for me when I would go? It was the archer fish.
Have you seen them actually spit
Yes.
water? It's dope, right?
Yes, because I would tell everyone. So before when I had the membership, you were allowed to bring one guest. So I would always bring in like a friend or my girlfriend or my parents or whoever. And there was one time I just went by myself and they had like a stick just full of insects.
You gotta go
Put
at
it
the
on
right time,
bar.
too.
Yeah, and then put it on the bar, and then all these archer fish are just spitting up water.
And they're so deadly accurate. It's
scary.
Not only that,
Yeah.
they're fast as fuck. Like
Yeah.
when it looks like, I don't know, like a piranha like feeding thing.
yeah.
It's just
It's like a super soaker, dude. Like they know where the bug's at and they just squirt at it.
plus what's crazy is they have to adjust for like the light diffraction from the water.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
If you're lucky
I
enough
didn't
to
think
be
about
down
that.
there, and see how all those like types of fish get fed. Yeah, it's mind-boggling, definitely.
I want to see that again. They still have the archer fish
Yeah,
there?
they're there still.
I think the coolest animal that got fed there that I actually saw was it the python, or is it?
I've seen a video of the
The
python.
anaconda.
The anaconda or the
Or-
python? The python
python's
is
at the
in
store.
the store. Okay, so the
The
anaconda.
is
Anaconda.
down
Yeah,
in
that
the
one was
Amazon.
cool because they gave it like
A bunny?
a rabbit, and then it just chilled and it popped its head out, and it
Wait, was
grabbed
it live?
No,
No, it was dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was dead.
See, I seen a video of like a baby lamb.
Holy
and,
shit.
Oh, dang.
And they fed it with a baby lamb.
Live?
Like a
No,
huge
it was dead.
anaconda?
Oh, okay.
It was dead.
Okay.
Yeah, and like that thing, I saw the guy come in with the lamb, and then the anaconda was like, "Ooh, it's feeding time." Must have been hungry as fuck.
Dude.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
thing is huge too.
Yeah.
Dude, there was an anaconda. I thought this was a long time ago, like on YouTube or something, that regurgitated a hippo, like a baby hippo.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that.
I was like, God
I don't know what kind of
damn,
fucking
dude.
videos you guys watch,
has no-
dude. That's ridiculous. I don't.
You don't
Yeah.
watch these types?
I mean,
Well, maybe Dave typed in swallowing from like looking for something else swallowing. But
What?
That came out.
Don't
no.
bring
When
that up.
when I get to the weird part of YouTube, that's when I start watching stuff. But
Dude,
like,
there was another dude. Sorry to cut you off.
Dude, there was another dude.
There was like some random dude who put in like armor, and he wanted to get eaten alive.
Okay, so this was on Discovery Channel, which
This was the
I
stupidest idea
despise
ever.
Discovery Channel nowadays because they just put out a lot of stupid things. When back in the day they were talking about education, And this guy, put on anaconda armor, and he tried to prove to the world. This was on national television. He tried to prove to the world that a snake could swallow a human, but he put on a thick layer of armor, and he let the snake start. The snake strangled him and started, eating him. It went.
He did not eat him. He failed.
Yeah, well, he failed because he couldn't take the constriction of the anaconda. It was tightening up so bad that all these millions of viewers waited for the end, and the snake didn't even eat him. It just constricted him.
I feel like the armor would hurt.
Yeah,
the snake.
Yeah, he bruised his arm. He bruised his ribs too. That's how strong the thing was, dude.
It's
Oh no,
all
I'm
muscle,
talking about
dude.
the armor would hurt the snake.
Oh,
if
when
it
you eat
swallowed
it,
it.
yeah.
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 You know, in sports science, Fedor Emelianenko, who's like one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time, put this the host in a headlock along with a reticulated python, and they kind of versed it head to head, and they apply the same amount of pressure. So
Yeah, Fedor is crazy.
Yeah, Fedor does it in 4 seconds though, but the python does it in 20.
Fyodor for the
Fyodor.
Fyodor.
Yeah,
the people who
the,
wanna
la-
say
the
it.
last emperor.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how. I think I've seen that
episode.
sports science. Sports science is
Sports science
crazy.
is
I
crazy.
like watching sports science because they break it down and tell you like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen like Conor McGregor with his reaction time. Who else? There's been a bunch of MMA ones. That's the ones I'm like really interested.
They've had Colin Kaepernick on there. He was on there for a bit when he was still doing good.
I saw is that?
I thought they were gonna put him in the game today.
I was really hoping,
They
man.
will
I
put
was
him in the
hoping.
game possibly soon. Real soon.
What information do you have?
A fan, Alex. I'm a big fan. But it's I don't know, man. Give it a week or two.
They
They're
fared
gonna put him in.
well.
Why is he
That's
not
what
playing? Why is he a bench warmer?
He's
weak.
not in football
kidding.
shape.
He's not in football shape because he had surgery on the
lost a lot of
during the
weight.
season and lost a lot of weight. So now
Oh,
he's like a
really?
skinny guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Oh.
reason.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I thought he was
Yeah.
just
He wasn't
tired,
that
so he
good.
had to kneel down.
Man, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's tough.
Yeah, take a knee.
It's tough to be a Niner fan right now.
Yeah, well, it's crazy that Kaepernick is receiving so much attention right now.
And
Yeah.
surprisingly enough, he's handling the media very well.
Well, it takes a lot of fucking balls of steel to start doing that and then keep doing that.
And now getting the whole
And now when you have people
league
behind
doing
you,
it.
then it's crazy.
I know,
So,
right? He's got a following now.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Yeah.
Which is
so-
really cool. Good for him.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
making a
Good for him.
statement.
Yeah, kids in high school, they'll take a knee during the national anthem now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know it's crazy? He like froed out his hair and he's like really pushing the black card. But
His stepmom's like white as hell, like.
Yeah.
But I hope he acknowledges.
isn't he
but-
adopted?
He's adopted, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is it two white parents? But he's
Yeah.
half white and half black.
yeah,
right?
exactly. Actually, his natural mom too is half white. So I hope he acknowledges both sides. Either way, though, still good. More power to him.
Yeah. He made it on the front of Time magazine. So
Is that real?
Did he?
yeah. He's on the cover.
That looked like it was Photoshop, but okay.
That's real.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good then.
I mean, it's a topic that should be talked about for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially as us being minorities too.
Yeah.
We get affected too in some degree or some manner.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel like San Francisco in general, it's not impacted as much.
It's
I mean,
cra-
I'm not saying it's not
Yeah,
existent,
absolutely.
but I'm saying, like, just by walking around and being judged by your outer appearance,
Yeah.
it's not in San Francisco as much.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
tell you, like in like 40, 60 miles out, we will like
Stock.
like
Oh yeah.
yeah, like just go up a little bit more. You start seeing Trump signs.
Yeah, it's real.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, look it on Google Maps. It's legit. I'm
I
playing.
don't
dude.
understand. Oh my god.
Dude, I mean, no, they're here in Daly City too, man. It's just
The Trump signs?
I mean, I haven't seen a
supporters?
Trump supporter. I mean, like a sign, an evident one out here yet, but there definitely is people out here that do it.
I've seen, the only time I've seen a Trump sign was, I think it was in Stockton.
It's up or
Yeah.
yeah. It's
You
up.
gotta go like away from
It's-
the Bay Area.
It's just ridiculous that someone like him is able to run and like this amount of people support him. You know, and it's just like, dang.
I mean,
man.
especially in the Bay Area, there's so much immigrants and so much minorities.
Yeah.
That if you were to put a Trump sign up over here, I think your house might get fucked up.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll get tagged, it'll get burned down. Yeah.
He is such, I don't know, like, for Trump, I don't know how, I feel like he's getting the attention that he's getting now only because he was a public figure beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say Arnold Schwarzenegger was a bad governor, but I feel like a lot of his support came from, he used to be Terminator. And
that's how people follow. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, he must be successful because he's done some successful things.
yeah.
You know, but they don't like really look at a track record or anything like that.
Yeah.
I forgot who I was listening to, but they're explaining that it's crazy that America, we want one person who has like two things. We want John Wayne, and we want like the guy who takes care of the country, who's like not necessarily the most charismatic person, but we want both of those characteristics combined into one.
Yeah.
And it's like, when are you ever gonna get that?
You rarely ever get
yeah,
that.
Tough,
You
man.
rarely
This
ever
is like
get
the
that.
first election where I know who I'm voting for, obviously, but it's kind of just like I wish we had better options.
Better option.
I'm
Yeah.
so I was on Instagram and I forgot I was following someone, but someone posted something rather interesting and it said, I can't wait for the season ending of America. Like the series finale of America.
That's
Yeah,
fucked
real,
up.
man. real American, man. Twisted, dude.
Because
Damn,
it feels like a reality show right now.
it does.
It's fucking ridiculous.
All right,
That-
oh shit, what were you
I was
gonna...
gonna say like that in Europe. Like, you've seen that joke where who's trying to fuck up their country more?
Yeah, a lot of countries they talk a lot about like, damn, what are they doing over there, dude? you
Yeah.
know, and it's sad.
We're gonna go to Australia and someone's gonna say something about that. So.
about America?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
It must look crazy. I feel like it's not that crazy to me, but it must look crazy to other people
Yeah.
in different
Yeah.
countries who
'Cause
think
we're-
of America as like the promised land, and now all this shit's happening.
Oh, that was way back when like America was like the dominant force. They were like policing everything. They were like, "No, you stop that war." Like, especially when they stopped Hitler and things like that. That was like the golden era, I feel like, for America, where everyone's all like, "Let's migrate to America and live a better life," and things like that. Of course, we were having our own civil war, but that was the ideal. Now that ever since, like, I feel like the turning point was 9/11, and we started working on terrorism and things like that. America was put in a dark light.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's what I feel like. I don't
All
know.
right. Anyways, to change this fucking
Yeah.
subject,
Yeah.
I want to know how you guys started the podcast.
The 3 Dot Podcast.
Yeah.
Well,
It was a car ride.
I did a podcast show with my buddy Ramel, who works for ABS-CBN, the Filipino,
ABS-CBN,
Filipino Channel News. We did a little podcast thing, and these two got really interested in doing one. They wanted to, make one, and like let's just make one. Let's just do it. And they kept asking me. I was like, all right, let's do it. And then they did a trial test one day, and it was in Ken's garage, I believe.
Did we?
Yeah, we recorded one of the first episodes over there.
Oh yeah, we did. I brought we recorded with my tablet.
Yeah.
Was that
And
posted up?
Nah,
No, that
you'll
was a
never
trial.
do that.
Wait,
That
so
was a trial.
when
It
did
was
you
a
guys
trial.
start?
It was a trial.
So when it'd be early, about this time last year, actually. I think that when the ball started to get rolling.
Okay, cool.
And we used we were experimenting with a couple things. We used my tablet as a recorder, and we used one microphone. We used the Blue Yeti. It's a good microphone. It's just not good for podcasts.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple
Especially for
setup.
multiple people. And then we were using that for the first season. So if you go back into our archives, you're going to listen to the quality. It changes dramatically. And then later on, we tried getting multiple microphones of the same quality, like Blue Yeti, and then we had a Snowball. It caused issues. Like, we had reverbs, we had echoes, we had all these problems. Yeah. That was the season of
We call it the season of the reverb.
yeah.
So how do you guys put out your seasons? I notice. Every podcast is a little over 20 minutes, and do you guys record it a bunch at a time and then release it, or
Yeah,
do you do it?
that's the plan. Usually, what we do. The idea, which never really goes into effect, the idea is to record most of the season beforehand, and then in about 2 months after, that's when we go ahead and produce our shows and promote them and let the marketing do itself and try to get people to listen.
Alex actually came up with the name 3 Dot. Talk about how we came up with the name.
We were just coming up with a lot of things, and I always have this rule when I come up with ideas: it's either we all agree with it or all disagree with it, and then that gets into the fray. And then, well, it was in a car ride, and I was just like, I don't know, the three people, the three
Filipinos and a mic.
Yeah, and then I was like 3 dot, you know, because the conversation doesn't stop, so like an ellipses, that dot. And then that's kind of what we embody. You know, it's a comedy podcast, and a lot of the things that we talk on there seems to be very conversational, and it's things that we want it to be relatable. So the 3 dot kind of embodies us.
The thing is, like Briane pointed out, that we want to filter it through our comedic spin.
We're all different, all three of us.
Yeah.
We have a different volume in terms of like talking about our childhood or whatever trending story we feel like talking about. We all have different angles on it. So
and as a lot of our listeners, they can see and point out that myself, I usually give facts. I'm like a factual fact checker, and then Dave tends to clash with Brian. Yeah, he fills in the blanks, and Brian usually like blurts out, guns blazing, walking through the door.
Yeah, man.
Shooting everything down.
Yeah.
That guy's an open book.
He is the reason why there is a fact checker on the show.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
What do you just like bring up?
I just don't have any filters. I you know, whatever story I'm willing to share, I will share it private or on. He
talks about whatever he wants. Seriously, you can.
it.
He's pretty. That's a good buddy. He's pretty blunt with a lot of the topics.
Yeah.
When we do pick a topic, though, we all like have to agree on it, and it's a topic we talk about, and we bring in guests.
If you really want to know, Pmac, I'm the one that usually shoots down the topic if I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
On an organizational like level, you know, if you listen to our first season, it was kind of just like let's talk about like our most disgusting fart. And then season 2 we started talking about the shit.
Oh, can we curse here?
Yeah, fuck.
We've been doing it for like the past 30 minutes.
Okay.
But now we actually kind of like filter our topics and talk about something that people would like to hear. But my personal favorite is just when we talk about our childhood, because I feel like our childhoods were just comedy.
It's comedy gold.
It's gold comedy, dude.
I don't really like diving into my childhood because fuck my childhood. That's why
you're angry at shit.
That's why he enjoys it. Like he revels in like the fact that I hate my childhood. Like he loves me talking about people I hate when I'm younger. Like
Yeah.
So I try not to do those episodes, but when we do, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's all bad. I noticed that. All right, so you're 50 episodes deep.
Yeah.
As of now, as of this recording, and the 50th episode is first impressions. Whoa.
Ooh, exactly. Yeah. Look at that, full circle, huh?
Shout out to me.
Yeah, you didn't even know that.
What was first impressions about? Just like literal.
It was like literal first impressions about each other. Because, you know, we were hitting that 50th episode and we wanted to talk. We had a guest.
Oh, yeah, I was listening to this. And then they were saying the first impression of you is that you're Mexican.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. 9 people out of 10 say Alex is Mexican.
Yeah.
Do you know any Spanish? I mean, you must know a little bit.
I know sí and donde es biblioteca.
Where's the library?
Yeah. And I one of my homegirls, she told me
I know.
why are you so beautiful? I learned that too in Spanish.
Yeah.
But that's it.
He gets a lot.
I get a lot though, yeah.
You could have a big family come up to him and speak a whole dialogue without giving him any time to respond until they're done, and he'd just be like, "No habla español, sorry."
At the very end.
Yeah.
At the very end of that whole conversation.
The worst situation for me was I was in San Diego for about 2 years, just doing school, living my life, and I worked at a retail store, and this lady. This is like my first week there. This lady walks up to me and she's asking me like, she's like, "Cuánto?" Like how much? And I didn't know till later on that's what it meant. And she was talking to me in Spanish, and my coworker's like, no habla español, Filipino. And the lady's like, Filipino? No. Like, I was like, bitch, you fucking, I know what the fuck I am, okay? And I literally thought right after that, I was like, I gotta call Brian and Ken, this is gonna be a long 2 years here in San Diego. Like, I immediately thought that.
Yeah.
Fucking worse.
There's a lot of Filipinos in San Diego, though.
There is, but like in separate areas. Where I was like, you're pretty much at the border. So,
okay.
you know, people expect you to speak that. What's amazing though is that over here, what I noticed from my prior experiences is that in San Diego, if you don't know how to speak Spanish, they speak fluent English right away. They're like, oh, habla español? I'm like, no. And they're like, so how do I make a left over here? And I'm like, what the why don't you just fucking do it in the first place? But over here in the Bay Area, they say that and they try really, really hard to speak English, which is endearing. It's great. But it's like in San Diego, you kind of expect a reversal, you know?
Yeah, because they're so close to the border. I would think that it would be a harder time for them to learn English.
That's my own prior experience. Like from my own experiences, it feels like that. Whatevs. Yeah, it's weird.
Whatever. I want to learn all languages.
Yeah,
It'd be nice.
Dang, that'd be really nice. One experience that I had in San Diego was that this kid was helping his dad ring up a transaction, and it was a sale day where they were buying hella shit, right? And then he told me, he's like, oh yeah, we open up a smaller version of your shop over there in Mexico. And then they resell it for hella more. I'm like, damn, the hustle's real. Because they live in Mexico.
Yeah.
That's how shit's there. They buy stuff in America, they go to Mexico and sell it 2 times more.
Damn.
Yeah,
Dang.
the hustle.
The hustle's real.
I bet they were just like, oh, we have to get through customs and also this stuff. I bet they just get it through real quick. They just hide it.
Exactly.
That's how they do
Figure it out.
Hey, one thing I also want to get into is you guys are also high and by.
Yeah.
We are
Minus-
originally
minus a
known as
couple.
High and By Productions. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So
Oh, man.
one of you guys want to explain what that is?
What High and By is? Well, Alex is one of the co-founders of that group.
So, oh fuck, 9 years ago? Oh my god, 10 years ago.
Yeah,
No,
10
9 years ago.
It's 10. I think it's 10, man.
Oh shit. Oh, so
Damn, it's a minute.
yeah, it's a long minute where
decade.
myself and Ken, who's not here on the show, we came up with High and By Productions to promote Philippine Cultural Night at Skyline College at first. And then the videos came out. They're a huge success. It was a parody of The Office called the PCN. And then me and him said, you know what, we can keep ourselves busy. And then it just kind of snowballed into that. And then High and By, like the whole mission statement, it's kind of like 3 Dot. You know, it's supposed to be like this conversation where it doesn't stop. That's 3 Dot. But High and By was each short's supposed to be very succinct, short, straight to the point, but different every time, just like our greetings and farewells. And I think that's kind of what catapulted. And then Brian joined years later on, like 3-4 years later on, and then Dave like 5 years later on. But then like keep going strong. There's always projects, but we just never really get around it as of late. Kind of like, you know, like it's passion projects at this point. And if we have the time and we have the passion to do it, we'll do it.
So that was the easy part of that we've been working with each other for so long that we, you know, let's try another outlet, and podcasting was a definite interest within 3 of us. And we're like, oh, we did film, so we can try podcasting. And it worked out because we know how we are with each other, and we tried it out, and so far we're having fun with it. So.
Yeah, what I like about podcasting is the consistency aspect of it. You could like make it hella quick. Like I love coming back every Monday to record these new podcasts.
Yeah.
And yeah, but what's crazy is with High and By, you guys did, well, not you guys specifically, it was more Ken did my first music video.
Yeah. I was a part of I was supposed to go that day, but I had work, I remember. And he's like, do you want to help with my friend Pmac's video? And I'm like, where am I going? He's like, Hayward. I'm like, nah, it's too far.
Oh, it was the Hayward?
Yeah, the Hayward day.
We actually I'm not sure if we shot in 1 or 2 days.
It was 2 days. Yeah.
It was 2 days.
I missed the first day, and then he asked me to help out the second day.
Yeah,
but I missed it anyways.
It was crazy. I remember it was Martin Luther King Day. So the video is Nothing on Me. It was what we had was, it was a song from B.O.B. and Bruno Mars, Nothing on You. And this was before Bruno Mars and B.O.B. like did anything. So nobody knew about them, and that was like their breakout song. So I remember Justin J Vocals, he came to me with the song, and he was like, yo, let's go make like a remix or whatever. So I heard it before from my friend, and when he played it to me, I was like, oh shit, this shit is fucking tight. And so we made that song, and we wanted to make a music video for it. And I asked Ken, because like Ken's like the one that I know who actually like has a camera at this point. This is like what year is this? 2000 and
2006, 2007,
no. It's later than that.
2008
or 9.
It was like 9 or 10.
Okay.
Damn
okay.
near.
2009 or 10. Okay.
Yeah, that's fucking too long ago.
Yeah.
It was like 2009 or 2010, and it was my first music video, and this is when I started like to really try to rap and really get out there, and yeah, it was crazy because literally the first, I think 1 to 3 months, it got 300,000 views, and this was like mostly due to nobody knew the song yet. So they thought it was like our original song, and the song was already straight like a hit, a radio hit, especially for the time. And I think we had like a really good music video. I remember the first day of shooting, it was actually Martin Luther King Day, and they had an event at Classic Bowl, and we wanted to shoot like this scene where I'm walking from the boba spot up into Classic, and it was just like crazy amounts of people. Like, so if you watch the video, it's literally Ken on like a handy cam or that freaking like glide cam, yeah, and his DSLR, and it's like a 50 millimeter, and he has it set to like probably like the f-stop is like 1.2, so everything's fucking going out of focus at every possible second. And yeah, most of the shit was out of focus for that, but he's like following me, and this is like, you know, we're new to this shit. But to see that it got like that many views and like went crazy,
it broke the internet, dude.
At that time, that's like at the time where nobody was doing like videos. Yeah, no one was doing covers, especially like the young people, because this is when like DSLRs first started to come out and become mainstream for the consumers. It was always like the only way you're gonna make a music video is if you have this much money and you got Hype Williams to direct it. But now it was like the younger crowd, like, oh shit, we got remember those it was like a square, it was before GoPros. What is that thing people use
the Minos
to vlog? No, what is it, Flip or something?
Oh yeah, those what are those things called? I know what you're talking about.
Probably called Flip, maybe.
Might be.
It could have been called Flip.
But it was like shitty ass quality, but it was the first thing that people did like selfie vlogs with. Yeah. And it was around that same time where the Canon T1i was like I think we shot it on the T1i.
That was shot on the T1i.
Yeah, and it was finally DSLRs are getting like affordable. So that was hella cool. Yeah. And then it went. You guys just told me in the other podcast, or I don't think we talked about it in the other podcast.
Well, we just talked about it off air, but like the video itself on another, so we had to take it down on the High and By channel, but it's still up in the interweb, and it's like I don't know, it's at a million views.
It's definitely over 1 million views.
Yeah, shit, I'm searching it right now.
Yeah, it's interesting.
On this one, it has 500,000. And then on 6 years ago on Vimeo it has 40,000. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, it went up there like when we first put it out. What's crazy? Oh shit, one has 1,100,000.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah,
it's like Mr. I'm not gonna say his whole name, but
that's crazy.
Yeah. I just remember the username because I always checked on it once in a while.
Nuts, dude.
Yeah, man, you're 1 million views in.
I'm fucking lit. I'm trying to get 1 million views per episode.
That's the goal.
That'll be crazy. That's that sponsorship money when it comes like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's that Joe Rogan sponsorship money.
Yeah, right.
That fool must be balling off that shit.
Joe Rogan also just being a personality himself, he's balling. I mean, he's a great guy. He's also a really good comedian.
So. Yeah, hell yeah. I want to see him live. You know who I'm going to see live? You know Tom Segura?
No. What's some of the notable shit?
Hella funny. Well, he has 2 Netflix specials, and he has a podcast called Your Mom's House. That's the one that like hella got me into this format too of like watching videos with a guest. It's him and his wife Christina Pajitsky, and they're just 2 comedians, and they're hella funny. You got. I'm actually gonna watch this show with my girlfriend in October 22nd at the Cobb's Theater.
Oh, nice.
So that's gonna be it's all sold out.
The mean to go to Cobb's.
Yeah, I'm super excited. He's my favorite comedian. You guys got to watch his Netflix.
I mean, I'll give him a shot.
Hell,
what was his name?
Funny. Tom Segura.
Tom Segura.
I don't know why.
Sounds familiar.
Don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now.
You probably. I don't know, maybe heard something of him. But yeah, he's like, you know how that podcasting network of comedians, they all know each other.
Yeah.
Like from Bill Burr to Tom Segura
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
all of them. Yeah, but he's like one of them, and his humor is like different from everybody's, and just the way that he delivers lines is hella funny.
Okay.
All about
Okay.
delivery.
Give a look. God, I really want to see someone in November. I'm drawing a blank right now. It's a girl and she's Asian. And
Oh,
she
Ali
writes-
Wong.
Ali Wong.
Ali Wong.
We just
yeah.
watched her. Yeah.
Yeah, she had
On Netflix.
Baby Cobra. Is that what it's called? Or Mama Cobra?
Mama Cobra.
Is that's what
I
it
think
is?
that's what it's called. Yeah. something like
Yeah,
You
that's
saw her
on
full
Netflix.
stand up. It's pretty hilarious, dude.
Hella funny. She did a stand up when she was 8 months pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Special.
That's the one we watched.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one on
yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
And she's from San Francisco too.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So she's from here. So I would definitely want to see her in November.
Yeah. And she writes for Off the Boat.
Fresh off the boat. Yep.
Fresh Off the Boat. Yeah, Eddie Wong.
Which is a funny show if you get a chance to watch it.
I've never seen that.
It's good.
Yeah.
Especially if
Where's it
you're Asian, it resonates on ABC.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard that Eddie doesn't even like plug it or like fuck with it like that no more.
Yeah, he used to, but then he doesn't even at all. Now it's taking
Yeah.
its own form. Yeah.
Yeah, so Fresh Off the Boat was it's a show that's based off the book Fresh Off the Boat, which is written, it's a memoir about Eddie Wong's life growing up in Orlando and his like family being, he's the first generation, right?
Yeah.
Being in America and growing up in Orlando. It's hella crazy. He's Taiwanese. right?
Taiwanese, yep.
And I guess Ali Wong writes for that.
Yeah.
Dude,
writes for that.
she killed it. I remember I was listening to a Bill Burr podcast and he was like so amazed by it. Plus Bill Burr is like
Bill Burr's
at the top
he's
of the
one
top
of the goat.
comedians.
Yeah, he's one of the goats right now.
And he was talking about it like, you know, every once in a while a comedian comes out here with a very special special, and that was just one of them. So
Yeah.
dude,
Especially
I want to
'cause
see her too.
she's using her gender in a way where you don't really usually see that. Like I think
Yeah.
that she's using it in a powerful
Yeah.
like
And she can get away with it too.
yeah, and get away with it. That's what you got to do. It's all about getting away with it. Just kind of how like Chris Rock makes you pissed off sometimes, but he gets away with it.
Yeah.
So like some people could do that, some people can't. I tried it one
Yeah.
time, I can't. So
What Chris Rock makes you pissed off?
no, I mean like in general, like some of the things that he says is like
He
controversial.
gets really political about what he says.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he has a huge passion about like social norms and things like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and it comes out in his comedy. Like I remember watching a couple of his stand-ups, and he talks about like bullets and racism, and he makes fun of things like that constantly, and it's good material. Like it's really I find it really funny. Like Chris Rock is really good, and I don't like you said, not a lot of people can pull off that card pretty well. I mean, he does
Yeah.
piss off a lot of people though.
Yeah.
who do you think who's on your Mount Rushmore of comedians?
I mean, Tom Segura for sure. I like
Yeah.
Bill Burr. You know, Rex Navarrette's stand-up was like really
His first one, really influential in
hell,
making stand up. Yeah,
That first one was like,
yeah.
I remember people will bootleg the shit out of Rex Navarrette's.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I remember that too. Yeah, absolutely.
And then just watch that shit.
He sounds familiar. What was him again? Like what was
Oh,
like his
man.
joke?
Oh,
He was like
Lord,
the first
Dave.
like
Filipino comedian.
You
Yeah.
never heard of Rex, bro?
No, I heard of Rex. I can't remember his material.
He had
Parkers,
one
dude.
Rex,
where he
come
talks
here.
about SBC, like the
Oh,
SBC
yeah, SBC Packers.
Yeah,
Yes.
SBC
Okay.
Packers. And he had one
And the
where
gerbil and the
Uh-huh.
you pocket real fast. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Got
and
it.
he had
Okay.
the other one where
pocket
he
pussy.
was like, it was a skit basically of the maid for the Super Friends, and it was a Filipino maid
I
for
love
the
that.
Super
I
Friends.
love that one. Yeah.
And she was like, "Hi, my name is Marites, and I'm the maid of the Super Friends."
Yeah. She sounded super
And
nervous too.
she was like crying about it.
Yeah.
That shit was hella funny. Let me see if I can pull that up. Actually, I want to watch that again.
I'm just cooking.
Damn, I haven't heard.
Oh my
that
God,
guy
I
in
love that-
Such a long.
that
Where is he
punchline was
at? Is he still
awesome.
doing comedy?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's
Well, actually,
But
once.
Joe Coy is hella funny too, though.
Yeah, Joko, he's
I've
still
seen him live
resonating.
actually. That's the only comedy I've ever been.
Joe Coy. I mean, I
Oh,
don't know
Kevin
about his
Hart
material, but
last year.
he reminds me a lot of what's that guy? Dane Cook. His style, lightweight.
Dan Cook.
Yeah.
Oh, cause like he's like loud.
He's like,
Yeah.
he goes like that. Where Dane Cook's very like, wow, guys, wow,
Yeah.
like you guys are amazing. I was over at a club, right, and then boom, hits me.
Oh yeah, he's like really.
You want to know a little known fact? My friend did the artwork for this video.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Was this in coordination with Rex, or was it just like?
No,
a fan?
it was completely separate.
Yo, this like makes it hella funny too.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Marites. I don't want to say my last name. I want to protect my employers. This is hard for me. I've been working for the Super Friends for 18 months now. I don't want to talk bad, but I have to tell the truth. They treat me bad here sometimes. I come from Zamboanga to work for the Super Friends. I saw an ad and I said, sure, I'll work for you. You're superheroes. I'm sorry. It's hard. So I answered the ad and I said yes, and then one of them picked me up right away.
This hella goes with what he's saying too. So this wasn't in coordination.
Yeah. It was not. No.
Over here, I could not see it. It was invisible. I took the plane ride to America, to a place unknown. I don't even know where the Hall of Justice is. They don't let me out. It's so hard. It's so hard. Okay, I continue. So, the story begins where I come here, I get friendly for them. They like me. There's no children except one, they're twins. And they're monkey. I don't like monkey. I don't like monkey. But I have to send money back home. Okay, I continue. It's so hard.
What do you think about comedians who go to a specific like niche? Like his niche is obviously the Filipino American culture.
Yeah. Well, he obviously knew what he was talking about, and us being in the generation where we learned a lot from our parents, and we learned a lot of jokes from them, and he incorporated that within our generation, and it just made it so much funny,
Personally, I think it's like music. Everyone has their own tastes, so you're gonna be drawn towards it though.
Yeah, I think it's cool, but it's just not extendable.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're stuck in a genre. Like you can't. It's almost like typecasting.
It's a good and bad thing. I think if it were a Filipino American podcast, like you could for sure do that.
Oh yeah.
Like there's always like enough niches for a specific podcast or whatever.
Correct.
But if you're gonna be like a comedian, it's like how many Filipino American comedy clubs are you gonna go to?
Right. Yeah, it's true.
Because he's white, that's why. I'm sorry.
I want to pull up one of your guys' videos actually.
Oh boy.
I was searching it. So this is the last video that.
Oh dang.
Let's see.
Oh shit.
Oh,
behind
fuck,
the
I forgot
scenes
we did
series.
this.
I'm getting away now. Standing up.
Oh Lord.
I'm just gonna.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the 3 Dot Podcast.
Oh, no.
Brian with the sound of E. This is D Goody.
And this is Alex, and today's topic.
Who's filming this? Is this Ken?
Oh yeah.
Brian, I swear to Yoda, you fart one more time, man. You're done.
Can we just talk about this subject right now? I'm really excited about this one. I know, man.
How do you guys film it? Like, do you do it on the fly? Do you write down the screenplay?
This was on the fly, but it's just a matter of the production value and how much we want to put into it.
Powerful people here.
This was kind of like
This one was scripted though.
this was
We were going
scripted
by
like
line.
within the day though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really quick. A lot of the times I feel like a lot of times why we don't film anymore is because we just don't have the time. And then when we do film something, it's rushed, so it's not the quality we want.
Yeah.
Ken makes it look like there are multiple cameras being used, but it's
you-
just him
Oh, really?
doing a shot.
Really,
each.
Brian?
Do you film like a one shot and say all your lines and then go to the next camera? Okay.
Yeah.
Because on screen right now, it's like it's switching between each of your faces and getting the reactions and getting what you guys are saying, and then cuts back to the wide shot.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why we had to remember our lines, because we have to be consistent.
Did you guys record on the actual mics when you did?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Presidential candidates.
Jesus Christ, Dave.
It would take hella long to sync. Actually, with pluralize now, you can sync up shit hella fast.
But did you know that the new update though on a cloud, you can't connect pluralize through Premiere?
Really?
On the new update, you got to open pluralize separately and just drag it in.
Well, that's what I do anyway.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
I've never done that. You're talking about the update of Premiere or the update
Premiere.
of Pluralize?
Yeah, Premiere, you
okay.
can't just open up the external plugin and then just pop in pluralize through there. You got to open up pluralize separately and then just sync it up.
I finally got like the legit recent version of Pluralize from work.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully I get to just keep that for even after I leave.
Oh, nice.
No, actually, shit, I don't know if I could keep it because the email is under a NASA email.
I'm sure you can figure it out.
No, but I mean, like, it's gonna be my name at nasa.gov.
Yeah.
You know, that, like when my credentials are gone, that shit's gonna be gone too. I would
Interesting.
think.
Well, I mean, if you upload it through your own computer, I don't know. See, how about you try it and we can find out.
You know what's crazy about it too is with every update of like the project that you save, you can't open it in a older Premiere file.
You can't. No, you can't.
That shit hella sucks.
Yeah, it's just like stacking on top, and it's just a lot of mess. I don't like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been fun, guys.
Thanks for having us aboard on Hella Loaded, man.
Thank you guys for coming out. I came out to your
from tackling kangaroos to Rex Not Ready to that's a little bit of everything.
Everywhere. The music.
Yeah.
Good morning, sunshine.
Thank you guys for listening to episode 11 of Hella Molded. Thank you to the 3 Dot guys.
Thank you for having
letting
us,
me
man.
go to your studio and record this.
Definitely won't be the last time.
Nice. It's hella funny because shit, I've been trying to get on the podcast for a minute.
None of my fault. This is none of my fault.
I had to make a podcast just for y'all to be like, hey, maybe we should get Pmac on the podcast. Now that I got my own, it's like, now you want me. I guess that's how it is. But thank you again. Thank you to our sponsors. And we're back every Tuesday. Bong will be back on the next one. And we'll have another guest for you. Thanks again for listening. And thank you to everybody who's been sending in beats or commenting or subscribing. It really helps our podcast out. And if you have any suggestions for the guest, you can just email us hellamoded@gmail.com, or you can just hit up my Twitter and Instagram at Pmacalac. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Yeah.